You have sex, well, you get pregnant. Who do you blame? Well, you violate a law of fidelity or the law of self-control, and now the judgment is built in. You have conceived a child, and now you want to create another law of violating that baby by committing adultery. And now you kick in a judgment of guilt for the rest of your life, but that child might have been like Miles Monroe. So now you sit around with this guilt because you violated law after law after law. The way you fix that is you decide, I'll never break another law again. That leads to point number 8. Principles and laws protect the product. When you obey the laws laid down by the manufacturer, you don't need to worry about protection. They protect you. Do not fornicate. Well, you can never be pregnant if you don't fornicate. It protects you. You don't got to wonder whether, I wonder if I'm pregnant. I wonder if I'm pregnant. Well, if you had sex, you better wonder all night. But if you never had sex, you can't be pregnant. So the protection comes in obedience to the law. When you stop at a red light, you don't need to worry about getting arrested. The protection is in the law. So guilt comes when you break a law because you're no longer protected by that law. So it is in life with success. Now, that takes me to my point here, dealing with God's economic plan. I want to just read this verse again because we're going to zero in on these 4 principles of God's plan for your prosperity. Now, people want to know, does God want you to be successful and prosperous? Let's read Deuteronomy 8, verse 17. You may say to yourself, God says, my power and the strength of my hand has produced this wealth for me. But you must remember, the Lord your God, it is He who gave you the ability to produce wealth, to confirm His covenant that He made to your fathers. God is not against you becoming wealthy, but He wants you to remember where it came from. Secondly, this verse tells us how to become wealthy. And wealth in this verse doesn't come from God in the sense that God gives you money. Read it carefully. What does God give you? The ability to produce. Write that down. Wealth comes from finding your ability to produce something. The word ability here actually means ideas. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, how do you get to work out or produce? Produce means to actually work something out or to express something. The first command that God gave man was to work. Work shows up in the Bible before woman. And that's because a man needs work before a woman. The word work